Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hotseat, the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. We are back once again with another live episode coming at you of the worst team ever. We're off to a flyer. We got CJ in the chat already. We got C. Kirk in the chat already. This is absolutely fantastic. If you're about, make sure you leave a little comment in the chat, say that you're here, a little check in, little register. Let's just see who is here and present. And if you're not live and you're watching after the fact, it's still great to see you. Make sure that you leave a little like in the video. Leave a subscribe if you've not already. And let's get going with this. We got Luke. I assume this is Paul again. I know Paul maybe logged in on Luke's account. So good to see you, Paul. If it is you, always a pleasure. Guys, we've got a lot to cover here. We got to catch up on last week. We got to look at the comments on the video from last week from those people who weren't watching live. That is up to you. If you're watching this after the fact, you're not here live, please leave a comment on the video. Anything you do comment, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get it. The Nomad is in. Imagine Paul was Nomad the entire time. That wouldn't shock me too much. But yeah, this whole time it was Paul Picken in disguise. That was Nomad. Boys, we're gonna get to it. Let's put up the team and let's see what we got. By the way, worst team ever, in case you don't know, in case you are new here. It is a terrible orphan dynasty team that we took on. We are trying to fix it, and I'm saying we because, hello, you, yes, you help. Basically, what you do is leave suggestions in the comments or in the live chat, and I'll do them. If we get enough people that agree, obviously I'm not going to do absolutely everything you suggest. It is within reason, but I do try to get a very high percentage of these ideas done. So let's do a little catch up, shall we, on what's been going on. We seen this trade last week. It was awesome, I thought. Jared Goff, Nico Collins, and GMO Williams for Jamar Chase. Pretty cool trade. Let's see what else happened. Harold Fanning goes on the block. Kings lost, double X, wanting to know if he was about. Ramondre Stevenson goes on the block. Raheem Mostert gets dropped. Luke Farrell gets picked up. CB said I should have started Ollie over Caleb. Yeah. Caleb Jobson's going to get a snap. No, I don't think so either. Another trade went down. Saitama and our guy Rye trading Devontae Adams, Kenneth Walker, a first and 2 fourths. And going the other way is Alvin Kamara and Nico Collins. Interesting. I'll take the Nico Collins side there. But I do like if Saitama, say if he's a contender, Alvin Kamara is a great weapon if he's a contender. Yeah, give me the Nico Collins side there. Leave a comment. What do you think? What side do you take there? Adam's quite old. Walker can't stay healthy. The first is obviously nice, but man, Nico Collins is so elite. I think he's the prime piece there. Kamara is a great weapon as well. I'll take the side for our guy Rye on that trade over Saitama, I think. Van Jefferson got dropped. Trades got processed. Jordan Addison goes on the block. Remember him? He goes on the block. Alvin Kamara immediately goes on the block along with Devontae Adams. And Bennett B, 72. Now, if you recall, Bennett B, 72 was the guy that we faced last week and actually defeated because he didn't set his lineup. He had Kenny Pickett playing as quarterback, even though he had Joe Flacco. He had Kendre Miller, I believe, in at running back, even though he had Gainwell and other options that he could have played. He did the same this week. The same thing. Bennett says, remember, I'm treating my whole team for picks. And I couldn't help it. You should probably think about setting your lineup. Such a dick. You should probably think about setting your lineups first. And then, yeah, you have Joe Flacco to start. You started Pickett 2 weeks in a row. W2F you doing. You also started Devin Neal, who was a healthy scratch, and you knew that before the game. So he started Devin Neal, even though it was announced before the game that he was a healthy scratch. I don't understand it. I don't know what he's doing. How can he claim to be someone who wants to trade anything and then not even set up his lineups? How's he going to trade anyone when he can't be bothered to even set his lineups? He's obviously not busy, not active. And hey, now Nomad's gone. We kind of need But we don't need. But it looks like we've got another rival. It's another fantasy football rivalry. And this time, it's Bennett B72. That's our rival. Because I don't like the cut of this guy's jib. I don't like the way he operates. Not setting up lineups. Then coming in the chat and pretending that he's active and going to trade. Don't like it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. CJ says, I got a dude in one of my leagues doing the exact same thing. I hate it. It's like, yeah, I just don't understand why you'd be in a league and not, not actually take part. Anyway, let's see what else has gone down. Jay Roper puts AJ Brown on the block. And then CB. Oh, our guy CB who's in the chat. He's let us know what's going on with his team. Conklin's on the block. Waller's on the block. ETN and his bro are both on lock. Shoemaker on the block. Ollie Gordon is locked in. Roshan Johnson is only going by because you could probably release him. And then Jalen Polk, Miller, Dortch, Chig on the block. Locks for Quentin Johnson. CB, can I be honest with you? He's the biggest sell in Dynasty Fantasy Football right now. Quentin Johnson is not a very good player. Quentin Johnson's hands are still suspect. Quentin Johnson is a product of Justin Herbert having a good season, and he seems to be very touchdown dependent. I would sell that guy like you've just discovered he's got asbestos all over him and you really want out before anyone else notices. Get rid. On the block, Dawson Knox. Caleb Johnson on lock. We did try and buy him from CB last week. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Then we've got Luke Farrell on the block. Riley Leonard's locked with a little key. How interesting. Tolbert's on the block. Tez Johnson is on lock. Nick Chubb's on the block. Coda Mumfield doesn't care about him. Oh, he's gone through his whole team. There's a bunch of guys on the block, right? All right. And then I just put these guys on the block because they had a huge week. Trey Tucker, I think, was maybe the highest scoring player in fantasy football. And Trey Benson is now going to get a huge workload because of the unfortunate James Conner injury. And obviously Danny Jones goes on the block as well because we want to get some picks. Although he's playing better and better and better. The first week we thought Daniel Jones we could get 2 seconds for. Last week we thought we could get a first for. He keeps turning in these performances. Do we keep him? Is he someone that we hope turns into the next Baker Mayfield? Hope that we turns into the next, Geno Smith? Someone who we're actually quite happy to have as one of our quarterbacks. I'm leaning towards that right now. I think if we get an offer in for Daniel Jones of a solitary first-round pick, it's a reject right now. But you guys are obviously in charge here, so let me know what you need to think. Hey, what a shock. Bennett B. Worst manager of the week. No surprise there. And then, yeah, we got a bunch. You guys know, you've seen these before, right? You've seen this before. All right, let's scroll through. Let's see what's happened. DeMarcado, Kendrick Bourne, Sterling Shepard, Adam Troutman, Hassan Haskins, Tyler Beatty. They all got picked off the wire. And we're caught up on the league chat. You can see trades. We have incoming trades. We'll get to those in a second. Let's see. Do we have anything else in the chat? Let's have a little look and see. Johnson is either the next top 5 wide receiver or the biggest sell ever. It's got to be sell. He's the 3rd best receiver on his team. Got to be a sell for me. For me, anyway. Taylor in the chat. What's up? What's up, Taylor? I just got CeeDee Lamb. What? Oh, redraft. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. It's redraft. I thought you'd got the steal of the century in Dynasty there. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb for Benson and Pearsall in redraft. Yeah, give me that. Give me CD. He's the high. Yeah. In redraft, you just want as many big hitters as you can, I think. So, yeah, I like CD in that trade. Love that move, Taylor. Yeah, me too. Me too, CJ. I absolutely agree. So let's have a review of these trade offers that have I mean, this one's right. Guys, what do you think? Should we put up a poll for this? I'm not sure. Obviously, we're giving up Trey Benson, but we're getting a whole lot in return from CA Buckeye. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think we should do? I mean, do we smash accept, CJ? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think no poll needed. Smash accept on that one for sure. Let's have a little look see at countering, will we? Let's have a look. What does CA Buckeye have? He's got some nice quarterbacks, which we would love. Obviously, Baker, yes. Herbert, for sure. Oh, wrong Jones. Hmm. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? We get Justin Herbert. We send Trey Benson and Daniel Jones, taking advantage of the hype for both of them to get a safer fantasy asset in Justin Herbert. That could be an interesting one for sure. Let's see, who else does he have that we could be interested in? The running backs, we're not quite ready for running backs yet. In terms of his receivers, hey, they're kind of doo-doo. Apart from CD Lamb. Apart from CD Lamb, who, again, we could... I mean, would we do that? That would be pretty cool, probably, right? Trey McBride, another great prospect here, too. I think maybe he sent it to say we're interested in Benson and see if we counter. I'm guessing. So the three people that we would like in terms of a counter that we can use Trey Benson or Daniel Jones for, CeeDee Lamb, Trey McBride, Justin Herbert. Anyone in the chat have any idea on what we should do for that? Or, again, it might be too big a question. Maybe we go and put that to the people watching after the fact. You leave a comment, which we will get to soon, by the way. If you left a comment last week, I am going to get to them after we go through these trades. CJ, he needs help wide receiver wise, so maybe send him one. Yeah, he does. We have T. Higgins that we could potentially put in there. Trey Tucker's looking good, right? So we could potentially pop him in there as well. Xavier Worthy, another potential option. I mean, imagine we got this done. Benson, Jones, Higgins, Tucker, and Worthy for Herbert, McBride, and Lamb. I mean, that would be beautiful. I don't think that he would ever accept that, sadly. But these are the options that we have. He wouldn't accept that, would he? No, he wouldn't. No, I'm going crazy. These are the sort of options that we have to play with, I would say, in terms of a trade deal to go and get one of these elite players. We could do Benson and Higgins for a CeeDee Lamb. I'm not sure that would get it done. It probably would not. So I think for Lamb, he's that much of an elite player. We would have to use Daniel Jones in that trade. It would be more like Daniel Jones and T. Higgins for CeeDee Lamb. Something which I would be happy to do still, I think. I think I'd still be very happy to do that. In terms of Trey McBride, you're talking the same kind of price as CeeDee Lamb. And these three guys are fairly similar price. You'll see them go first, back end of the first, early second round in your startup draft. So they've got very similar prices. The question would be, who would we want to go for? Who would we think we should look at? CJ saying other targets include CJ Stroud. And Thomas saying we should go check with the Burrow owner. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, Thomas. Let's circle back to that for sure. Cameron in the chat. Good to hear from you. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Thank you very much. Great to be on live again. Let's have a look. Just worry on if he values QB enough having three. Yeah, you're right there. All right. It doesn't seem like we've got a certain definite deal we want to do here with our guy. No, it's not our guy, right? It's CA Buckeye. So I'll leave it maybe to the people who are watching after the fact. What is our counter to CA Buckeye? And let's roll up here and see what Jay Roper's saying. Jay Roper wants Benson and Worthy. Ugh. Right. And he's going to give us Robinson and Coker and Travis Hunter. I don't like this one bit. Wandale Robinson, I'm not interested in. Jalen Coker. People like Jalen Coker. All I can see, and someone actually, we'll get to it. Someone did put in the comments from last week. I just can't unsee him. You remember, was it last year where he dove out of bounds to make it an incomplete pass? It was the most bizarre play I have seen in a very long time. I don't like this trade. Let me know in the live chat, what do you think about this trade? Should we just reject it? Should we look at countering it? What do we do? Jay Roper is the team that took over from Nomad. So there were players we liked on there. What could we do? And then our guy Rashi Rice for Brian Thomas Jr. Not for me. I think we can get plus. If we want Rashi Rice, I think we can get plus on Rashi Rice to go ahead. If we're going to get rid of Brian Thomas Jr., I'd be inclined to maybe try and keep Brian Thomas, try. CJ says he marginal interest in Coker, and most people are value Hunter mid first, which is still far too much. Yeah, Hunter, I've not seen it just yet for Travis Hunter, not just yet, but he's obviously got a lot of potential. Whether he lives up to that or not, that's another story. Let's have a look and see. I don't think we're going to do this. We're not going to smash accept on this. What could we get? So let's go. He's interested in these two, obviously. So what could we get for Benson and Worthy? Quarterback wise, he's got Josh Allen. That's going to be untouchable. He's got Jaden Daniels. That's going to be untouchable. Cam Ward is maybe more realistic. He's playing quite well. Running back wise, he has Janty and Hampton, who would be young enough for us to take on board. He's got Jonathan Brooks, who, unfortunate injury history. He's just traded for Chase. He's got Malik Neighbors. He's got AJ Brown. No, that's not enough to get Malik Neighbors, I wouldn't say. And then he has Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen in there, Travis Hunter, Brock Bowers. Wow, that would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Going to get Brock Bowers. That would be cool. Can we get Bowers for Benson and Worthy? Probably not. Probably not, sadly. He's got a lot of elite players here. What we do with Benson and Worthy, I'm not sure that either of them are enough to get us fully over the line. But, yeah, it's tricky. Benson for Travis, both values all over the place. In a redraft league, you'd probably get that. I don't think in Dynasty you'd get anything close for it. Benson's one I'm wondering if we hold on to, because I think when he starts, his value will slowly increase. So I think he might be one. We made the right call with Daniel Jones holding on to him. And sort of in a way, T. Higgins, his value's not dropped anyway. So I wonder if Benson is a guy that we hold on to and just watch his value hopefully steadily go up. And then maybe eventually we take a swing at someone like Gianti with a Benson, but we have to be patient with it. Have we talked about Oronde Gadsden yet? We have not. Hold on. There's a couple of players here. I'm going to need to take a couple of notes. Hold on, guys. So, because I want to circle back to the live comments. So we've got Gadsden that we want to have a little look at. CJ saying Harold Fannin. I do believe that is in the comments later, so we will get to that. And there was a great one earlier. It was Joe Burrow. So we'll get to those three players today. We'll get to them. All right, cool. All right, nothing much there on that offer. Again, I don't love it. If you're in the comments after the fact, what do we do with Jay Roper? Is there a counter we should send? And then let's send a counter with this, right? If you're in the live chat right now and we got quite a few people. That's cool. If you're in the live chat now, this is the time to comment. What do we do with this Brian Thomas Jr., Rashi Rice trade offer? We want extra on this for sure, I think. What kind of extra can we get? Do we try and get a Marvin Harrison Jr. plus what his value is a bit stinky, let's say? Do we try and get some picks, like a 2027 first on there? that's probably too much for him to accept. So do we balance it out on the other side? What do we do with this trade? Because I think we get a little bit extra on our side if we are going to take the risk on getting rid of BTJ to get Rashi Rice. What would you do? What would you do? Thomas said, I just hold him. That is always an option as well, and one that has been quite nice to see on this show. We're not too desperate to make trades all the time. We do sometimes hold players, and Brian Thomas Jr. might be the perfect example of a hold right now. I am interested in Marvin Harrison Jr. and his team, though. I wonder if we could tempt him away with a Xavier Worthy, maybe, or Trey Benson kind of deal. Surely he wouldn't. I mean, no. That's crazy to think that something like that would work, right? How desperate are people to get rid of Marvin Harrison? I don't think that desperate. Right. It's great to have 3 offers coming in. Please let me know, what should we do with these? Keep those comments rolling in. And again, if you're watching after the fact, please leave a comment as well. And I'm going to switch over to the video comments from last week and we'll go through them. But first, not done this in a while. Please remember, Dynasty Hotseat merch is available right now. It is one of the top lines in the comment section. You can go in, and if you're a fan of this show, you can support with buying the worst t-shirt ever. A Dynasty Hotseat exclusive supports the show. You can see $20, not too expensive, right? Can vouch for the comfort of these. Can vouch for how amazing they look. We have at the minute, our limited edition design is still in stock, which is nice. You can see the classic flaming skull with the blacked out visor. Large back design. Looks pretty sweet, if you ask me. I know a couple of people in the worst team ever community have got theirs already. Don't miss out. Once I sell a certain number of these, we move on to the next design. So please don't miss out. Again, excellent quality. I can vouch for it. And there's hats, certified t-shirts, and hoodies as well if you want them. That'll be very much appreciated. Right, let's get back into it. Boom. Comments. Elijah, this is a moment in history for the channel. Yes, this is all about Nomad leaving, for sure. A moment in history. We finally did it. We got rid of Nomad. The coast looked clear. Now maybe this new guy is going to be our new enemy. Doesn't seem as bad as Nomad just yet. Stop tanking, just do maximal potential point. Yeah. A couple of comments about this. Just do max points forward. Does stop tanking for sure. For sure. Personally, have bought the dip of Terry. So destroy it all. Terry is maybe too old for our team, sadly. I do like buying the dip in him for contender, but I think, yeah, slightly too old for our T, sadly. Spartan, I would send T for Hunter and Downs and Worthy for Henderson. Maybe too much of our running back focus. Wouldn't bother with the rest of the Rodgers team. I don't think the Eagles want to change how they're playing. I don't want to spend powers. I just go by Warren or McBride. We had a look at McBride earlier. So if you are watching Spartan and you liked some of the ideas with that McBride owners team, please let me know. What would you do to trade for McBride? Warren is a nice target as well. Let's see. That is deliberate cheating unless it's baseball style. Yeah, Alex, I agree. I think it is deliberate cheating for sure. Andy, I recommend paying the lead. Yeah, this is the Coker comment. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe that's a question you guys can answer in the comments, the people watching not live. Jalen Coker, am I wrong here? Am I missing something? Andy has made plenty of amazing suggestions before and has been on the money so many times that I'm thinking maybe I need to rethink my take on Jalen Coker. Alex saying Daniel Jones' value is the highest it'll ever be. I don't know. He's playing pretty good. Elijah's saying he might get an extension. And he keeps getting better. What? Nomad is gone. Yes, Mike, he is gone. Hallelujah. Could we look at picking up Fannin? Yes, David was the person saying. And Travis Hunter. Not sure was Fairhofer 16 team. Got Nakua for Hunter in the IDP. All right, cool. Nice. Traded Fannin and a 26 fifth for Johnny Smith. And a first. So you got Fannin in the fifth and give up Smith on a first. Wow. That's a lot for Fannin. Fannin a good buy. Cameron also saying, all right, we're definitely going to go and try and buy Harold Fannin today. Yes. Kyle saying the breaking news worth the emergency podcast for sure. Spartan saying it's Holden Jones. Yeah. Yeah. Mayfield, Darnold. Yeah. I see it as well. And we've got Mac Jones as well. I think he'll get a job next year. He's played so well. Nomad tag each week will be reading him. No, if you're in the league, we'll stay with the Nomad tag for now. I think our new guys got a long ways to go before before taking over Nomad in terms of rivalry, right? Definitely. Right. Let's have a little look. What have people been saying in the comments? Let's have a go. We need more for Thomas. Agreed. Yes. I like the second swap with the... Okay, so we would give up one of our second round picks and Brian Thomas to get a first round pick and Rashi Rice. Don't hate that at all. Don't mind Coker, slow wide receiver. So Tet doesn't really... Slot wide receiver, not... I said slow wide receiver slot. So yeah, Tet is not going to play in the slot probably. KP, what's up? Should I trade Brees and Devonta Smith for Justin Jefferson? Yes. Yes, you should. CJ Dynasty or redraft? Oh, he's asking. Oh, redraft. Still, yes. Reluctantly, still yes. I think yeah. Justin Jefferson should be the key asset there. Load up on as much talent as you can get. All right, guys. Let's have a little look-see at our team. We're playing Wanty, so we're going to get crushed this week, which is fine. Absolutely fine. What we will need to do is Mac Jones. Now, does that mean that we have Brock Purdy back? Shanahan said that Jones is day to day. We'll leave him there for now. I'll put in Rattler if Jones is ruled out. I think we still got to leave in Tucker. We obviously have to get Benson in. So I think we go. How's Woody Marksman doing? He's actually been doing okay. Has he been doing better than Devin Singletary? Yeah. So I think we get rid of Singletary. And we put in... Now, Benson's on our taxi squad. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave him there. Because we spoke earlier about taxi squad being sort of a completely separate component. So I'm happy to leave Benson there unless we end up in a situation where we have no starting running backs at all. I see no reason to ruin our roster spot and take Benson off because we can't put anyone back in now as well. Next up, let's get rid of Slayton. Let's put in Xavier Worthy. And who's that? That's Rattler. I'm not sure we make any other big changes here. Apart from, we'll put Higgins and Tucker there. Just swap them out. Just to make sure our leader players are in the leader window. How's Dalton Schultz been doing? He's doing okay. He's still probably our best tight end. We have Noah Fant in at the minute. Yeah, he's probably our best option there as well, sadly. All right, it looks like this is going to be our team. Obviously, I'll swap by Jones and Rattler if the time calls for it. Trades 4? We had another one come in. What am I missing? Am I missing something here? Was there 4? Jay Roper. Has he sent that trade twice? Oh, one's with Harold Fannin. So it's Robinson, Fannin, and Hunter for Benson and Worthy. Still not really close in my opinion, but we do like Fannin. So we could maybe have a little look at seeing if we can go on and see everywhere. I see Purdy will be back. Okay. We could maybe swap him out. And then Fant had a concussion. Okay. Again, I'll make sure that we start our strongest lineup from our first team and bench. So I'll swap them out if they're ruled out or otherwise, and make sure that we're starting a strong team. We're playing against Wanty, whose team is, Hertz and Bijan and Mason and St. Brown and London, Laporta and Wilson and Kyron and Brees and Drake May. I mean, his bench players, Murray, Tua, and Prescott, we'd kill to have any of those. So we're going to get smashed. It is what it is. I'm not too upset about it. Do we want to see who's on the waiver wire? Let's have a look. Who's got the most points so far? Drew, what's his name again? Davis Allen. Yeah, he's okay. Matt Collins. Xavier Hutchinson. He's all right. But Hawes. Yeah, no one really. No one's screaming at me that they're a must play. Cal Juszczyk's got the most. It's always bad when you're looking at a fullback who's got the most points. Matt Collins in there, Tremler. Yeah, nobody I'm seeing at the minute that really stands out. I suppose you could go with him, but we've got loads of tight ends. And yeah, got Schultz, we've got Fant, we've got Gesicki in there. We could drop Gesicki probably. Yeah. I don't know. Any of those tight ends that you like the look of, let me know. Curtis Samuel, he's not really played at all. So we could probably get rid of him if we wanted to pick up a flyer on one of those tight ends, but none of them are really convincing me this way or the other. All right, let's move to these players then that we said we would look at. Gadsden. He's on CA Buckeyes team. Oronde Gadsden impresses in debut. We could trade for him. Just throw out a flyer. Again, he's tight end, so it's like, do we just throw out Noah Fant for Gadsden? Take a risk. Noah Fant, a backup tight end for us, really? How's Gunnar Helm been doing? I could have liked him. He's been doing okay, He's been doing not bad. Mike Gesicki, we could throw out. I don't know what kind of. I don't want to use a draft pick on a tight end that's potential. It's tight end, right? It's difficult. So he is there. What kind of price would you pay for Oronde Gadsden? Harold Fannin. Let's have a look. Now he is on Jay Roper's team. He's been doing pretty well. How are we going to go about trading for Fannin? We have Dalton Schultz that we could use as a piece for Fannin, but he's probably, because he has Bowers, maybe not looking necessarily at another tight end here. Maybe he's looking more running backs. I don't really want to give up Trey Benson for Hall of Fannin. That would be a mistake. Schultz. Do we just fire that out? See if he'll take a more proven player in Dalton Schultz for Harold Fannin. We might get a counter back. I'm not sure. Poker Guts, what's up, bro? Redraft League. I own CD, Worthy, Puka, Alec Manor, Tyquan Thornton. Trading George Kittle, who is injured, and he's got Tyler Warden for Chris Godwin. Okay. Yeah. I think if you have Tyler Warren, you don't need George Kittle. I don't know how serious the George Kittle injury is. I would say that for this year, George Kittle is a better starter overall than Tyler Warren. But if you're happy with just playing a guy like Tyler Warren and then getting more depth with Godwin, I mean, is Godwin ever going to play for you? You've got CD and Puka who are locked in. Do you want Godwin to be your locked in third receiver? I suppose that's pretty good. I don't hate it. I'm not clued up exactly on how serious George Kittle's injury is. That guy's, you're going to like having him in your team when he's back. Just the depth at receiver position for the 49ers right now, Kittle seems to be the number one option in the offense for me. Do you give solicited fantasy advice. I just try my best, Poker Gods. I just try my best to keep things right. At the end of the day, it's your decision. But I would say look more into. I'm not fully up to date on the severity of the George Kittle injury. If he's coming back sometime soon, he's going to be good. He still has a chance to finish as tight end 1 overall, even though he's missed time. That's how good I think George Kittle is going to be this season. Right, Harold Fannin. I don't think this will get accepted for Dalton. It's definitely not. Why am I even bothered? I'm going to send it. I don't know. I'll send it. Maybe he thinks Fannin's a flash in the pan and he can get something more reliable with Schultz. This feels like a waste of time. Let's not do that. I'm backtracking. Do we throw on a third? Dalton Schultz and a third for Harold. Again, it feels meh. I'll send it. I think everyone will be happy enough with that deal. And then Joe Burrow. I like this. Joe Burrow is on Chadley's team. Huh? Who says no? I like this a lot. It gives Chadley a starting quarterback while Burrow is out. It gives him a big bump in wide receiver as well. And we get a truly elite player coming back our way. I would like to press send on this. I will not press send without getting the green light from some people in the comments on this one. Because it is a big deal. It is giving up 2 of our prized assets, but we get back one of the prized assets in fantasy football. I think that's a good deal. Cameron is adding a second signature. Whether it gets accepted or not, probably not. But how desperate is Chadley for a QB right now? Oh, very. Let's go ahead. Let's send it. Hopefully we can get a guy like Joe Burrow coming back our way. That would be superb. All right. Okay. So we sent offers for Fannin. We sent offers for Burrow. These are the 4 offers for you to have a look at. Please, in the comments. Benson, what do we do? Worthy, what do we do? Do we like any of these from Jay Roper? Remember, we did review his team earlier. So yeah, Buckeye, he's got Benson on the mind as well. What do we do with that? And what could we add? I know it was suggested earlier with Rashee Rice and with Brian Thomas Jr. that we put in something that looks a little bit like this, where we get Rice in a first and we give up Brian Thomas Jr. in a second. I think that's quite nice. Anyway. Let me know if you agree with that. Make that, if you're watching after the fact, you've made it through this video, please let me know. Do we send this trade offer? Yes or no? So Rice in a first for Brian Thomas Jr. in a second. If you haven't made any comments and you're watching after the fact, this is the comment you make. Please and thank you. And next week, if we get enough people saying do it, we'll do it live. Same day, same time next week. Let's see. Any questions to wrap up? Nino, redraft. Would you send Alec Ironmanor and Pacheco for Judy and B-Rob? Brian, I assume? Trying to get my CMC handcuff soon. Yeah. Brian, yes. Yeah. Pacheco's struggling to, get more game time than Kareem Hunt right now. Pacheco's struggling a bit. Alec Ironman, on the other hand, is playing quite well. Jerry Judy, did very well at the back end of last season. And B-Rob, yeah, that seems even enough to me. That seems pretty even. I'm trying to get my CMC handcuff. Yeah, I think that's sensible if you've got Christian McCaffrey. So that could be a good winner for you and your team for sure. Right, let's put me back into this view here. Before I go, exciting news for people in the UK in particular. If you have Channel 5, which I think everyone in the UK does, I don't know if you can get it in the States or Canada or wherever else people are watching this from. I'm going to be on Channel 5 this weekend. So I'm going to be appearing on TV for NFL Big Game Night on Channel 5 this weekend. Please tune in if you have time. It starts at 5:30. It is attempt in the UK to make American football bigger and better. They're showing one of the games. I'll be on doing some silly things on the show. So if you got time, 5:30, Sunday night, 5:30 UK time, that is. Go check it out. I'll post some clips and everything on my Twitter account whenever the show comes out. Very excited. It's very silly. It is silly games like riding on a bucking bronco, trying to catch American footballs, answering some questions. It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be on Sunday. My television debut, well, actually not my TV debut. I was on television as a child, very, very briefly on a local Northern Irish news station. So my second appearance, first as an adult on television, coming up this weekend. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of The Worst Team Ever. Remember, this is all about you. Your comments drive this show. I cannot do it without you. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you want the team to do. Who do you want us to buy? Who do you want us to sell? What do you think should happen? Guys, that's all for now. I'm going to head off. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember that here on the Dynasty Hot Seat with The Worst Team Ever, that greatness isn't born. It's built. See you next time.